What up, guys? Jet Shells here, and welcome back to World of Tanks. I hope all of your summer is going awesome and you are having lots of fun with whatever you're doing, whether it's enjoying your school break or taking your family out on a trip somewhere. I want to apologize for the extended period break of content on the channel. I've been really super busy the last month here, or a little over a month now, with some real life stuff. Not going to go into too much detail as I try to keep at least some of my internet life and real life separate, just for logical reasons. But in general, I've had some health issues. And all the logistical stuff that goes along with that I needed to work through. Don't worry, nothing too serious or nothing crazy like life-threatening or anything like that, but it were some things that I needed to deal with and make sure that I got resolved for my well-being. Good news is things are looking a lot better, and I will be able to get back to a more regular schedule and a more regular schedule of playing tanks, and as a result hopefully featuring content on the channel. Today I thought it was rather fitting that I should show a LTTB game, my first video back after my break. As you all know, I am a LTTB addict. I play this tank almost religiously. I love it to death. I just love the mobility and the damage potential. It's an awesome active scout. It's great at passive scouting, even though its base view range is not as high as some of the other tier 7 scouts, like the T-71 or the Bulldog. Mainly because it is so fast, and it accelerates so well, you can actually get into passive spotting positions and beat the other scouts to your passive spotting position, and they're still getting into position, as we will see in this game. Spoiler alert. So before I start rambling too much here, let's just get started with this game. Now, this game is played on Fiery Salient, which is a variant of Prokhorovka. There isn't a huge difference between the two maps. They're basically the same map. There's some sprinkled tank wrecks and little craters sprinkled through the terrain. The main difference between this map and Prokhorovka is the bush density along the road is a bit thinner, as well as a few other parts of the map. But the layout is the same, although the bushes aren't as many. Also, some sloping here on the one line is a bit different, but other than that, it's pretty close to the normal Prokhorovka. Trying to get my team here to kill these scouts before they light me. T-37 stops, but the ELC, I thought he was going to keep going. He's almost within proxy range of me, but I hold my nerve. And luckily my team are able to kill the scouts before they spot me and become a danger to me. We also get the VK-2801 to retreat. He was actually fine where he was. I didn't spot him until he actually left his bush there on the roadside there along F2 G2. Now the size 3 is just charging down. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just trying to get in within range to spot my team that are shooting him, I think. It's kind of funny that he is still alive. If you look back on the mini-map there's like 5 or 6 tanks of my team shooting at him for a good, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 seconds, and he's still alive, which kind of shows you how good the armor of the IS-3 is, or possibly how bad the aim of my teammates are, one of the two. I noticed there that somebody's taken a blind shot into the bush, so somebody down there in the 3-line ditch knows about the E1 spotting bush here. I think it's the Charioteer. And quite honestly, I'm making a really bad mistake here staying here in spite of them blind firing me. I should have at least tried to relocate slightly lower down the slope here. There's a bush right next to the one I'm using. Right in front of me there where this tall tree is that people rarely blind fire, and it's a lot more safe from that kind of attack. And as a result of me not making a good decision, I take a blind fire shot from the charioteer. And once again, I stayed there way too long. I should have left at least 30 seconds ago. Also, you have an option here of using a much more safer D1 bush that I'm going to go to here in a second. I'm watching this game a few days after I played it, so I'm trying to remember how things went. Once again, not sitting properly in a bush and getting hammered for it. I got shot 2 more times. I noticed after playing not playing the game for a while that my gameplay is really rusty, and just getting back into the swing of things, I noticed I made a lot of fundamental mistakes in this game. I was about to try to go back into the E1 bush, and then I was getting really nervous that I was going to get into spotting range of the CDC there, so I backed off. I shouldn't even tried. I should recognize the positioning there of the enemy tanks on the 3-line ditch. But part of the game is you're not playing a perfect opponents, fortunately for me. So whichever team makes the more mistakes is the one that loses. So now I'm using an extremely conservative bush here. You'll see a lot of tank destroyers use this position to try and to shoot into the middle, where I'm looking at the charioteer at the moment. I do have a shot here on the Super Pershing, but just as he crossed the middle ridge there, he turned his armor towards me, and I didn't take the shot because I would never pen a Super Pershing from the front at that range for sure. There's the Ferdinand, and I'm making another misplay right here. The Ferdinand is actually not the one that spotted me, I'm pretty sure. It was the charioteer in the 3-line ditch. Me staying high up on the ridge like that was really bad. I'm exposing myself to 2 angles of vision, the angle in front of me from the Ferdinand and the angle to my left, and I'm doing it again. I made the exact same mistake there. And there's the charioteer. The charioteer spotted me again. So I've made a decent amount of fundamental mistakes in this game so far, but I've gotten away with it. Fortunately, I've been able to counter that with getting some decent amount of assistance damage here for my team. It's kind of interesting. I don't play with any mods, and looking at the post-battle results after this game, I noticed that that heavy tank platoon there that's on the 1 line weren't the strongest of players, but and had I known that, I probably wouldn't have had as much faith in them trying to shoot the Ferdinand there. I had that Ferdinand spotted a couple times, but he only took about 400 damage, so I decided to give up trying to spot the 1 line there because the charioteer is very close there in that F2, F3 area, and he's going to spot me every time I try to close. And because of my really bad mistakes early on, I don't have any HP to play around with anymore. It's always important to try and conserve your HP as best you can and trade as best you can, because in mid to end game scenarios like this, it's the HP becomes more and more valuable. So don't do as I did. Let's just say it that way. I was anticipating that the The 5100 or the Mutts might have crossed the railway track here, and this is why I came over to this side of the map. But they are still on the west side of the 6 line, and they're coming back to counter the IS-3 and our Mutts that came and crossed the railway line there. I do have a shot here on the Super Pershing, but the IS-3A kills him before I fully aim and pull the trigger. Now the enemy AMX CDC is engaging our IS-3A, and unfortunately I don't have a shot on there because you can see how this rail line curves to the east at like 30 degrees from the F line here, and I just can't cross this midline ridge and expose myself to fire from the Charioteer and all the other tanks on the 1 line to try and shoot the CDC. So I try to decide to move a little bit and try to get some shots on the Charioteer here. Amazingly, I don't get spotted by the Charioteer there. I was quite surprised. Fortunately, that shot misses. I was slightly anticipating that I wouldn't get spotted again, but I guess the Charioteer had some binocs up or something. Quite surprised that he didn't spot me the first time, as I'm only about 400 meters from him. Alright, now that the Charioteer is dead, and my IS-6 buddy did not spot anything else here in the middle ribs here, I'm just going to work the middle area here and use these ridge lines and ribs here. All I have to do is keep an eye on my view range ring around me on the mini-map and making sure that I am staying far enough away from tanks that I won't get spotted as I active scout. I kept far enough away that CDC down at the south crossing of the railroad didn't see me, but I spotted him and my heavies were able to kill him. Now I've loaded some high explosive for the RHM, and those are 2 very healthy tanks, so I can't engage that. I'm trying to wiggle here. The Mutts, I'm a one-shot, and the Mutts tries to sneak in a shot here. I got kind of lucky that he wasn't a little bit more aggressive and took his time with that shot. Now I'm trying to take a little bit more conservative scouting angle here from the east side. This is the better side to do it in because you can duck right back down behind this this 3-line ridge for cover. Now I'm just waiting for my IS-6 to start taking hits, and then I can actually start doing some damage and help kill these last 2 guys here. Not sure. I think the IS-3 behind me has been shooting HE for a decent part of the game. I'm not sure why. There we go. The IS-6 puts a nice shot into the Mutts. And with the IS-6 distracting them, I take advantage of them not being fully aimed, and I sneak a nice HE shell into the Borsig. The HE shells on the LTTB are really, really good for shooting soft targets like that. Unfortunately, the LTTB doesn't carry a lot of ammo. And we sneak in and get the last kill and put the last nail in the coffin. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this passive / active scouting on Fiery Salient. Once again, made quite a decent number of mistakes looking back on it, and during the game I noticed I was making mistakes too, because generally when you make mistakes you start taking damage and paying for it. So the most fundamental mistakes that I made were not properly relocating when I knew that more experienced player was blind firing my bush and I should have relocated, and also not staying in cover while I was relocating, and I lost a decent number of HP doing that. But fortunately, a tank with 1 HP is still a tank with a gun and is active on the battlefield. So it took a while to get through my thick skull that I was making some mistakes. but eventually I realized that I needed to relocate to the other side of the map, and I was able to help clean up at the end of the game. So I hope you guys have an awesome week. I will be uploading a few more videos this week, hopefully. I'm in the process of working on them. So once again, thank you all for that have stuck with my channel in spite of my absence. I appreciate it very much, and all the support that you guys show. It's very, very much appreciated. Good luck out there, and good hunting.